Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Precise Sphinx, and today, or tonight, because I'm up a bit late because I'm going to KSU tomorrow and I needed to do this commentary for y'all, I have a special treat. It's a kindergarten story. Hope you like it. And I saw Mercadurka do this, and I actually remembered my first day of kindergarten. And so, I'd like to share my first day of kindergarten with you guys. Hopefully it's entertaining. If not, well, at least you heard it. I don't know. And yeah, but first let me just say, this is some competitive gameplay. This isn't even game battles. This is just from competitive mode. And this is me when I'm just trying to get back into it. I made a ton of mistakes in this match that I wouldn't have made a while back, but I wouldn't make now because I'm getting back into it. So yeah, anyway, so here's my first day of kindergarten. Okay, so the morning I had to get to kindergarten. I did not want to go. I was actually afraid to go, and I was crying. I remember crying in the car, and my dad was like, he turned around and he looked at me and he said, "You can cry all you want, but you're going." And my mom was there too. And my dad was driving, so I was so now looking back at it, I'm like, why would you turn around? But whatever. So I was crying. We got there, I was still crying, and I had two friends from preschool that went to my elementary school. I just didn't know that they were there until after like the first week. But the first day I walked into my classroom, I was crying. The teacher saw me, she welcomed me. My mom was like, "Hello," and I was just there crying. I was like, "Get away from me." I'd hide behind my mom. You know how kids do. You know what they do? They just hide behind their parents, and it always seems they grab the calf of your leg. Usually it's your left leg, I want to say. No, it's your right leg. You grab the calf. They grab the calf of your leg, and that's exactly what I did. And I went behind her and I went, I started crying some more. So then it came to do the Pledge of Allegiance, and I just didn't want to do it, so I was crying even more. And there were like fluids coming out of my nose that I've never seen in my life until then, and I don't want them to ever come out of my nose again, but there was something coming out, and it was just disgusting how much I was crying. So after it was over, this girl comes next to me, and she goes, "Hi," and she greets me, and she's like one of my best friends that I don't get to talk to anymore because I'm in high school. But like every time we see each other, we're like, "Yo, what up?" And well, I say that. She says, "Hi." Anyways, so she comes up to me. She's like, "Hi, and I don't want to use her name. And I'm like, "Hi," and I was still scared. And she's like, "You want to play with me?" I'm like, "Sure." And I'm like, at this point, my parents are like, "I thought you said you were scared." I'm like, "Get out of here." And they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "I don't need you here. Leave me alone." And I leave them, and they're like, "You sure?" I'm like, "Go. I don't need you." And I'm yelling at them now, trying to wipe my face as I yell. I'm like, "Go. I don't need you." And they're like, "Well, alright, we're going. You sure?" I'm like, "Yes." And then I'm like, "Wait, bye." And I run to hug them. And my mom tries to give me a kiss. And I'm like, "Ew, gross, Mom." And she's like, "Oh, okay." So then I'm in kindergarten, and you know how on the first day they give you like a little drawing sheet to do. Well, they gave me a drawing sheet to do, but I was too hung up on playing, so I did like 2 drawings. I just stopped and I started talking and playing again. And from then on, my teachers have been calling me too social and too talkative during classes. So that was my first U ever in my life, aka an F. But a U is for unsatisfactory, which is an F. It equals an F. And I looked at it, I was like, and I was like in shock and awe. And then they're like, "Let's go outside for recess." And I'm like, "Oh, hell yeah." So I'm gone. I started meeting more people, and it was getting really like social. And I met I found out that some of my friends from preschool were in my kindergarten. I was like, "Oh yeah, oh yeah." And so when I saw that they were in my kindergarten, I was just hanging out with them and this chick that I had met. Later, to find out way on later in life that she actually had a crush on me in kindergarten. It was kind of funny to me and her, but whatever. So then we were playing, and I was like, I was really violent as a child. So, what I did was, like, I remember we were playing, and you know how they always have like those metal balance beams in kindergarten, but they don't expect you to do anything but play on them because you're kids. Well, one of this kid came up to me, and he was like, he wanted to play with us, but I thought this kid was ugly. So I was like, no, you're not playing with us. And he's like, no, let me play. And he pushes me, and I'm like, oh, hell no. You did not just. So I go over to him, and I push him over the balance beam, and I jump on him, and I started punching him. So I was a violent kid, I was. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm still kind of violent now. But, so I was beating him, and then my friends got me off of him. Now here's why, because the teachers are coming. So from then, I was like, me and a couple of my friends were like the biggest gangsters in kindergarten, and we're still it, and that just makes me happy, because like, that was just great. Like, like, literally, it was like a scene from the movie. Yo dog, the popo's coming, get out of here, don't beat on him anymore. Well, I was like, oh, alright. So we went inside and we got on the computers, like after like 2 or 3 hours of recess. Went inside, got on the computers, and then we played this game that was really pissing me off because I didn't understand it. So I just smashed the computer keyboard. Like, I smashed it really hard, and I think I broke the letter K off or something like that. Either V or K, I don't remember. Anyways, guys, that's it. If you want more kindergarten stories, please like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Peace out.
Oh, yeah, like I said, get fucking recorded. I don't care.
You guys tried your hardest. Good try.
Oh, get muted, too.